A stick in a man's hand can do many things. It can unite a community in a dance. It can command respect. It can cause harm. And yet, it is just a stick. This stick is what we call a Khaizaran in Emirati culture. But what exactly makes the stick powerful? Is it the wood itself, or is it the hand that holds it? In the UAE, the Khaizaran appears everywhere. In the Ayala and Yola dances, it dances proudly in the air. In the hands of an elder, it's a symbol of wisdom and authority. And in yet another, harsher form, it has served as a means of discipline. However, it is never the stick alone that carries the power. The same stick can create joy, inspire pride, or assert control. It can uplift or it can harm. But one object can have many meanings. One tool can have many outcomes. But the difference is the human choice. Today, we also hold tools. They just look a little different. They're not carved from wood. They're digital, intelligent, and global. But just like the Khaizaran, these new tools can create or destroy. Think about a Khaizaran in a dance. Every movement matters and has a purpose. It's about being aware, moving with the group, and respecting the flow. One wrong move can throw everything off, but when it's done right, it's amazing. That's the thing about tools. They don't carry meaning on their own. This brings me to the second lesson from the Khaizaran, responsibility. In our culture, not anyone simply picks up the stick. You must earn the right to hold it. You must hold it with dignity and carry it with honor, because tools reflect the hands that use them. Finally, legacy. This Khaizaran has been passed down from generation to generation as a symbol. It carries values, stories, and identity. It connects the past to the future. And today, we are the generation holding a new tool. Technology is our Khaizaran. This reminds me of the words of the man who built our nation, our father. Sheikh Zayed Allah yarhamah once said, "He who does not know his past cannot make the best of his present and future, for it is the past that we learn." Baba Zayed was talking about carrying values forward. Progressing without identity is useless, just like technology without ethics is chaos. So, from the Khaizaran, we've learned our first lesson, purpose. From our elders, we've learned our second lesson, responsibility. And from history, we've received our third lesson, legacy. But here's the truth. AI does not have purpose, AI does not have responsibility, and AI does not have a legacy. We do. So what does this mean for us, especially as young people stepping into the world? It means that we must be conscious creators. We must approach AI with the same respect our ancestors approached the Khaizaran. Today, we hold tools far more complex than the Khaizaran. But do we hold the same character as our ancestors? The Khaizaran is not magical. AI is not mystical. Their power comes from the human mind that guides them. In fact, UNESCO points out that AI was built to reflect human intelligence, which means its impact depends on the choices we make. If we build it with greed, it will multiply with greed. If we build it with bias, it will multiply with bias. But if we build it with purpose, responsibility, and thought of legacy, it will multiply with purpose, responsibility, and legacy. So the tools we hold, whether a Khaizaran passed down through generations or a machine shaping our society, their power comes from the human mind that guides them. The future is not written by technology. The future is written by us. And one day, just like the Khaizaran, this new tool will be passed on to the next generation. When that day comes, let us be able to say, we used it with purpose, we carried it with responsibility, and we built a future worthy of our past. Thank you.